been a long time, Ethan.
You should have killed me when you had the chance.
So I think the question on everybody's minds that they want to know is there ever an easy day on Mission Impossible?
Believe it or not, there are easy
Okay.
days, but they're accidental. Because when you train and prepare for
Yeah.
a certain sequence, and it starts pouring, then you're in your trailer,
That's what Tom said.
and time goes by. Or if the clouds don't match what you have to go for,
Sure.
you know, like those old David Lean epic movies,
Yeah.
Lawrence of Arabia, where he waited 5 days for the right cloud formation. I mean, that's the closest I think I'll get, or this movie is the closest to those days where
Right.
where the filmmaking took so much, care to be authentic. And that's the key here. These stunts, these sequences are authentic.
Yeah.
They're not CGI, I mean, we may apply here and there for patches, but the bulk of this show is authentic.
Let's get into that, the stunt part of it and how authentic it is, because I think when people see this movie, they're just when you think Tom Cruise can't do something else, he does, right?
Absolutely.
So what's it like watching him work? And is there anybody else who does it like him when we're talking about stunts?
Well, that's the thing. I told him early on, I don't know anyone else who's had 4 decades of top quality work, of staying relevant in this industry and
Yeah.
putting out entertaining product, whether it's one classic or another. I don't want to pick favorites.
Right.
But the Mission Impossible franchise is his ability to take something that I already loved as a child. I mean, who didn't love Mission Impossible? I'm dating myself here. But make it current and then evolve with the times.
Yeah.
And then you will see just how 30 years or more of Ethan Hawke, every line on his face, everything has
Yeah.
meaning. It's tied to an experience, a mission impossible that team made possible.
Made possible, exactly. And in this film, you got to be right alongside him in some pretty wild
Yes.
stunts. And when you're alongside of Tom doing a big stunt, is there ever a moment where you're like, what did I get myself into? Oh boy, am I really
Sure.
about to do this?
Sure. He takes care that you're comfortable. If you really don't want to do it, don't worry about it. They have professionals that'll do it. So I don't have to.
Right.
But how am I not going to make it easier for the filmmakers by being my face? They don't have to put somebody else's face on there, which
Right.
they are able to now. But if he puts in that kind of work, the least I can do is try my best to also, be on as much of a level as I can. Again, he's the hero.
Yeah.
So he gets to do the much cooler stunts, whether it's running at full pace in that great form or it's the airplane sequence
Yeah.
where he literally hangs on for dear life. I am there to watch his process and watch how meticulous they are. Wade Eastwood, the stunt, the rigging team. I mean, everybody does their part to make sure everything is as safe and exciting as possible.
Were there nerves for you? Like, I know you said sometimes you're like, oh boy, what'd I get into? But was there a moment when you're in that sequence and you're like, ooh, and what do you do to get through that nerve?
I have to be honest with you, prayer
Okay.
does work. Connection with the eternal, because I think we're all eternal beings
100%.
living in human bodies for this stage of our evolution. I think we're all actually one. I'm of that Gnostic kind
Same.
of mindset, that we are all a piece of God experiencing itself, herself. It's just, I have so much love for my fellow human beings
Yeah.
that I can play a person that isn't there yet. And every role, every story needs the villain,
Yeah.
their the dark side. And I think,
And you are it in this movie.
you think?
Yeah.
Well, you have to be a formidable
And you are.
opponent, or else the mission isn't that exciting. So my job is to take, the fact that there have been other great villains. I'm taking away nothing from, everyone has their own favorite.
Yeah.
And not making it about that, but making it about the fact that my villain knows him. And when you know someone better than anyone else,
Yeah.
you know what makes them tick. You know their fears. You know the sum of all fears. You know what can get under their skin and unnerve them, and what he loves the most.
And speaking of the sum, there's a line in the movie that stands out just so vividly, and it's our lives are the sum of our choices.
That's right.
So I wonder for you, when you reflect on that, like what moments or maybe decisions stand out to you as like defining for you in your journey?
I think very early on in my career, I was auditioning for a piece, and I looked at everyone else in the room, and they were all badasses. And each one of them would have made a formidable foe, at least externally. And I saw people more muscular than I saw people better looking. I saw people with incredible green, hazel eyes. I saw people with certain looks that I was like, no, yeah. And then they were taking so long. And I was waiting, and I was getting frustrated. And I got in my head, and I'm like, I don't need to do this. And I left, and I walked out. And I pushed the down button, and I saw the two lines that pointed down in red. And for some reason, something stopped me and said, you're going to hell. Like, this is not where you need to go.
Okay.
Man up. Don't let down. You're gonna let these guys intimidate you. So I got so angry at myself for quitting, for using excuses. Oh, they're taking time. Oh, this guy. And I just literally was so upset that I focused that negative energy into the character. And he was described as cobra-like and panther-like. And I became a cobra-like panther in my own mental cage, pacing, waiting for my opening, waiting for my time. And when I went in that room, I went in there with something. So I took the ability to just fail.
Yeah.
And I did my thing. I had the little small talk, but I was like, let's do this. I was with an attitude. I'm sorry. And I went, and I never heard back until I did. And I got the part in Bad Boys with Sean.
Come on!
Yeah. It was that's tells you either quit because you're uncomfortable, or you embrace your discomfort and you go in there and you focus and you get it done.
Is that a true story?
Yes, it is.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Come on. First of all, I don't believe in coincidence or anything. I believe everything's supposed to happen when it's supposed to happen in its order.
That's right.
So that moment was supposed to happen for you. That was, come on.
So it showed me to face your fears.
Yeah.
And that's what I did in this movie. Every day you go to work where, things could go wrong.
Sure.
You never know. There's a reason they call things accidents. Okay? They're unforeseen, tragic in many cases. And thank God and the filmmakers and Tom's work ethic that we're all here today.
This movie kind of serves as a love letter from every one of the movies in the franchise in the past up until now. What's a particular Easter egg stand out from missions past, maybe that was a favorite for you?
Well, I have to be honest with you. I've yet to see the film.
You haven't seen this one? You're going to see it Thursday night for the first time.
I'm going to see it for the first time with a real audience.
Okay, I like that.
And I'll probably be nervous because I can't stand watching myself. It takes me about 3 viewings to get over myself and say, relax, every little detail that you think is wrong, or, oh no, this lighting, that take, whatever, it doesn't matter. The audience is watching something for the first time, and their level of receptivity is different than you, who are going to pick yourself apart more than anyone else.
Right.
So get over yourself, watch the movie, and more importantly, watch the audience.
Well, this one is a little different in the fact that it's fun, it's action, it's all those things, but y'all gave us heart in this one too. There's a lot of heart in this film, and so you haven't seen the completed film, but so I'm.
But I have a part in the destruction of some of that.
You
heart.
you do, and I'm interested to see what you think about how emotional it gets.
It can get extremely emotional,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. Why do why do we see these movies? You know, why do we enjoy them? You know, because it's a fun movie.
Yeah.
But it's not just fun, it's also touching. It moves you. I think that's one of the, you know, the ironies of calling movies movies. They're not just moving pictures, they're moving pictures that move you.
Yeah. And
So,
this one does.
you know, to watch it on a big screen, to immerse yourself, to forget, you know, the ability to not press pause is an extremely special thing.
Speak on it.
Okay?
Yes.
What are you waiting for? I'm jumping out a window!
We have got to keep people going to the shared and collective experience of going to the movies. Whether it's an IMAX, a neighborhood theater, it's community. You get to see what other people respond to. You can't do that on your phone. You can't do that by yourself at home. And that's the special thing that brings us together as a human family. Movies that move you.